Inter were beaten 1-0 at home by a goal in the 89th minute by Rodrigo of Real Madrid. After the game, Gabriele Marcotti, Edin Dzeko said it's a match that Inter shouldn't have lost. Would you agree?
Well, look, it was certainly very, very tight. They had their chances. Dzeko had a great chance. I thought Skriniar had one as well. They went toe-to-toe pretty effectively, I thought, against Real Madrid. But it was curious, you know, in the end, we think of Real Madrid as an old team and Ancelotti, a guy who likes veterans. And in the end, it's the two kids, Camavinga and Rodrigo, who combined for the goal.
Yeah, Camavinga, what a couple of days it's been for him in terms of match days, coming off the bench to get a goal for Real Madrid in the league and then coming off the bench to get an assist in this one. Looks like quite the signing for them, doesn't it?
No question. I think Camavinga gives you something different. You know, we think of him as a longer-term project, and you know, in the future, Valverde center right, Camavinga center left, and you're set for 10 years. But he's already shown that he can be an impact sub. He's not just an all-rounder in midfield. He has that bit of quality. He has that unselfishness and that eye to find a teammate. And I think Ancelotti set up maybe a little bit more conservative by picking Lucas Vázquez in the front three. But in the end, I think he sensed what would happen. He put on the fresh legs, and he was rewarded.
If you look at the Group D, Sheriff are top of Group D at the moment with Real Madrid. It's Sheriff, Real Madrid, Inter and Shakhtar Donetsk. Inter are getting out of this group anyway, aren't they, Craig?
Well, they should. It's not. I don't think it's going to be as easy for them, but they should. They didn't play badly in this game. But let's not forget. I mean, I don't know. It almost felt like they sacked it last year, this competition, and focused on winning the Italian title. I'm not saying that, but it almost kind of felt like that a little bit. No?
Gab?
Hey, Craig, I mean, I really don't want to make excuses for Antonio Conte, but last year, yes, they had some poor games against Real Madrid, but that last game against Shakhtar Donetsk, which cost them a place in the next round, I think they had 99 shots on goal. I'm sort of rounding up here. They absolutely dominated, and it was one game where they were, I thought, extremely unlucky not to advance. There's other situations where they've been very, very fortunate. Last year was not one of them in any way, and I think it was after that they decided to put all their eggs in the Serie A basket, and obviously finishing bottom of the group, they had no Europa League in the way either.
So they're definitely going to advance this year, aren't they, Gab?
A different story. Also because they need the money.
The last couple of years.
No question about it. I'll tell you what, though. I mean, if you look at Sheriff, you know, who would have had them beating Shakhtar Donetsk in the opener, right? So I just think there's often a lot more twists and turns. But yes, on paper, Real Madrid and Inter are clear favourites in this group.
There's no question. This is about Inter, because they're better than both of these sides, Sheriff and Shakhtar. But the last couple of years, it's almost been like Europe has been a weight on their back when it's come to playing games, particularly at home, where they just can't get it done. Even when they dominate the game, they can't score the goals when it's needed. So this is, in my opinion, it's got nothing to do with Sheriff or Shakhtar. This is about Inter. If they can get their head in gear and get this weight off their back about just being rotten in Europe, then there's no question they should be getting through this group. It's up to them. They can have no excuses.
And usually
I just don't think Conte was too unhappy to, guess what, not even make the Europa League last year. You know what I mean? Oh, we'll finish bottom, concentrate. And it's all very well saying, yeah, then we'll put all our eggs in that basket. And that was very successful for them. And he knew that. No, I'm not suggesting they went out on purpose to do that, but I think subconsciously it wasn't an issue for them. But look, this year, are they as strong? No, because they've lost some key players, but they've got some players who obviously they've played really well for Italy at the Euros and had great success. So they're still a strong side, there's no doubt about it, but I don't think it's going to be as easy a group as some may think for Inter again.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.